And we are live, and it's so weird that nobody is talking.
Oh, we can say things, you just won't like them.
This
Yeah.
is maybe. Like I was sitting here, it's like everybody is just very stoic looking and very still.
We're mentally preparing for the upcoming episode.
That's okay. Like I took us live. I got up to get some water for my gamer subs, and I forgot to start playing the music. So silent open for everyone. And I forgot my paper.
Isn't that just freaking ominous?
Right? Just a little.
Probably need that paper if I'm gonna keep track of hit points and whatnot.
Just a little.
Just a little. Yeah, that I'll just make up as I go along. I mean, that's what DMs do, right?
Half the time, yeah.
I mean, we could just not have the battle. It's fine.
I mean, this is true.
I've made up all sorts of weird new shit for my game.
Yeah. I mean, like honestly, I do not stick with the given HP in any of the monster manuals because I find it to be too low at most times, to where it's like here's a level 20 DC creature. It's got 200 HP, and it's like, okay, well, they're dead in 2 rounds.
No, that's 200 hit points per phase.
Yeah,
Or that.
I increase hit points. I add invulnerabilities and resistances.
Yep. I'm under the impression that not every monster is the same.
It's like
Not every creature is the same. Some are going to be stronger, some are going to be weaker.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If I'm gonna throw like a dozen or half dozen of the same monster at a group, one of those monsters might have, I don't know, an ability to like counterspell stuff. Another monster might be able to attack 3 times instead of 1 time.
I love when one of my monsters has a spell list. I'm like, oh, what horrible shit am I gonna change your spell list into?
No, what's great is when you give a monster a spell list.
I'm not using these janky default spells.
If they have a decent intelligence, chances are I'm giving them spells, even if they don't have the spell casting ability.
Yep. That's why so many of my monsters at times have just dropped counterspell, is because they might not have a spell list, but they're intelligent enough to know magic. So, maybe they're a little special. Or maybe I just got tired of everyone casting magic all the time,
Exactly.
My other favorite is just having a sideboard of monsters. It's like, how many monsters are in this encounter? My sideboard says I go until I'm happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until I feel the fight has gone on long enough for your level.
You haven't cast enough spells yet. I'm keeping this going.
What's this? What's that? This is your first fight in about a week game time, and everyone's at max health and they've got new stuff. Yeah, it's going to go on for a while.
That's another thing that I like doing, is giving all of my monsters the ability to call for reinforcements. So if a battle feels like it's going to end quicker than I want it to, well, guess what? This guy goes over behind this rock and he pulls out a war horn and he calls for a new squad to come in.
It's like, no one looks anywhere near as hurt as I want them to be yet.
I've not inflicted enough pain yet.
Keep fighting for the DM's amusement until he's happy.
Yep.
It's like a gladiatorial arena at all times.
Yep.
Yeah. My favorite thing to do is have them run away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Then they come back later as a problem. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because a lot of the times in the AP, it's like, these monsters will fight to the death. Fuck that.
Come on, basic survival. If they have enough wisdom.
Bob the Goblin, however, does not abide by these rules and will peace out the moment he gets looked at.
Yeah.
I like to have my monsters, and those that played No Way Out will know this firsthand. I like to have my monsters take something from the players during the battle and then run off with it.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Back with my damn shield.
Just should have killed him faster. What can I say?
You should have stood still and let me hit him then.
Well, speaking of killing things faster, the last time we were together, everyone began. Not even everyone began yet. No, there was some messed up things that started off while you were on the opposite end of the Ashen Spire, as everyone had decided to set up camp before crossing the bridge, because it had been a while since you had had a decent rest. You went through a couple horrendous battles and you weren't feeling 100%, so you decided to camp on the other side of, or on the forest side of the bridge, just for a little respite. And during so, a couple things happened. Rose, I keep calling you Rose. I keep calling you Rose because I'm not done torturing Rose yet.
God damn.
Yuriko, kind of got caught off guard while she was staring into the giant lava river that separated, the rest of Odag from the Ashen Spires, and was beset upon by a strange lava-like slime that got a sneak attack on her and engulfed her. But instead of feeling any sort of fire damage or being burned to a crisp or anything, she was hurled through she was technically hurled through hell, and suffered the effects of the very same spell, leaving her a bit mentally scarred and being flagged by a certain outsider for execution. So now Yuriko is being hunted by a devil or demon or something, looking to claim her soul, as it seems to have intrigued them a bit. Along this time, during your watches, you came to realize that the ley lines of magic that had been repressed in the area were now overflowing with an abundance of energy. Mina began to feel just a surge of power rush through her, something she's never felt before, as the church had always had something in place that sort of diminished the magical essence that magic users could pull from the ley lines in order to cast their spells. But now it seems that instead of it being reduced, the dam has broken and is now just spilling out into the world. You notice that for the first time in pretty much the history of your lives, you notice a blue sky over Odag, under past the howling forest. You don't see a blanket of white snow. You don't see just that constant permafrost in the air. It's almost as if normal weather has finally returned to the area. But with all this information and everything coming from now at your fingertips, you decided it was time to go across the bridge to the Ashen Spire, with Nolani leading you. Deciding to take the hero's pathway, a sort of shortcut from the area that you are in at the Ashen Spire all the way towards where Nolani's village is located. It's filled with dangers along the way, as it is a pathway that only the bravest and most accomplished heroes would even dare tread. In its history, Nolani has yet to hear of anybody from her tribe, at least, completing the entire walk from one end to the other. possible it's a instant death sentence, as there is no telling what lies in there. But given your other options and what hunts these grounds, it's unfortunately your best option.
It's fine. We're fine.
It's fine. And as you began to travel through the Ashen Spire, you came across a strange sight as these gnolls with white paint over their fur and like skulls over their faces were riding these giant demonic looking hands down the walls of a ravine, while others cheered them on from up above. And as we come into today, Nalani, the sight of these gnolls kind of throws you for a loop, because you know that the bone shard gnolls, as they're known, aren't usually this far south. They're usually a little deeper past a couple of the peaks where their hunting ground is normally at. They ride these strange demonic looking hands as their former leaders have made numerous deals with devils and outsiders for power in exchange for them hunting and acquiring souls for them. And with the sight of them coming down the ravine towards you, it looks as if they have, or you've caught their attention for some reason. You've known some of these gnolls before to just ignore you, as unless they had your name or unless they were starving, they had no reason to hunt. But something has kicked them up into a frenzy, and they seem to be meaning to collect on you today.
Glance back at Yuriko as I think about all that. Mm-hmm.
So as we open up, we've got a bit of time before the first wave of gnolls even will be within distance of your spells, giving you a bit of a time to plan.
For a bit of time, I will inform everyone else what I know of these gnolls, that they're most likely here to collect something.
Like collect our heads type of thing?
They'd like souls more than heads. Either that or they're really hungry. That's usually not the case.
How many of them are there again, Rojan?
Coming down the ravine right now, there's only about 4 of these gnolls riding these hands. And then there's... if you took time to stand there and count them, you could probably tell how many are up in the ravine. But it seems like they've only sent 4 down as a test.
So they see us.
Yes, they know you are there.
Okay.
Well, they're bearing down on us. I'd like to activate my Rite of the Dawn.
Okay.
That's going to be 4 points of damage to myself as it activates.
And I would like to activate my tetrahedron. Doesn't do anything yet, but it lasts for an hour, so if I need it in the upcoming battle, it's there. Oh, and I guess I need to roll a flat 20 on that spell.
If you are casting a spell, yes.
15.
Oh wait.
What's up?
Okay. So we have to roll an unadjusted DC. What?
Just
to cast a spell.
No. You don't have to roll to cast a spell. Anytime you cast a spell, be it a cantrip or level 1 or whatever, you have to roll just a straight up d20.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different mechanic. Right, never mind.
Did we have a long rest?
You did.
We did, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to know how many of my tricks I have available for this. No, I do not have a gin wish handy, unfortunately.
Not yet.
Mhm.
Could be a minute.
Okay. I'm gonna have to roll a d20 because I am gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
And it's a 17 on my die.
All right. You're
I don't
good.
know what that-
You're good.
So that will last 1 hour. There's no concentration.
Okay. So as these gnolls begin to get closer to you on these giant hands, out from one of the pools of lava that seem to freckle this ravine, you see this strange ashen bird sort of appear. It's a burning crimson eyes as it surveys the area, and it begins to drop down and begin to skim the floor below it as it's making its way towards you and towards the gnolls. Nalani, this sight fills you with dread as this bird, this ash phoenix, is actually a herald for one of the more ruthless dragons in the area. Sort of a forward scout for when it's hunting for food. And you could see this bird sort of veer into the direction of one of the gnolls as it lets out just a puff of this just black ashen light cloud into its area. And as the gnoll and the hand pass through it, the gnoll shrieks out in pain as you just see little flicks of fire and flame activate inside the cloud. And by the time they pass through, the hand is falling apart as the gnoll is now nothing but bone and ash.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, stay away from that thing. It's a herald for a dragon.
A dragon, you say?
Yes, it's currently hunting for food. As long as its attention's on the gnolls, we're okay, but we don't want that thing's attention on us.
And you can see you can see it start to bank towards a couple of the other gnolls who have now noticed it and have begun to veer off and begin to climb back up the walls of the ravine with the hands. And this seems to please the Ash Phoenix as it no longer gives chase, and it pulls up into the air and just lets out a screech that sort of echoes through the ravine, through the nearby mountains of the Ashen Spire. And as it lets out that cry, it just dissipates into a loud shroud, or not a loud, but a very thick shroud of smoke.
Oh.
Did it go away?
Not sure, but we probably don't want to stay here very long. I don't know if that means the dragon's coming or if it was satisfied with what it did. I'm sorry, I gotta go. The baby.
Okay, we'll take care of the baby.
Everything seems to have disappeared for the time being, so we should probably do the same.
That is a good plan.
Yeah, I definitely want to get to somewhere where we have cover or can hide sufficiently from number one, the horror of the Ash Phoenix.
Okay. Are you going to continue through like this lava pool pocked ravine, as this was mentioned to be the fastest way to the entrance of the hero's pathway?
Yeah, I think that's
I mean,
probably
yeah.
still the plan.
I mean,
Yeah.
So continuing on,
if that thing is flying overhead, rather not be around exposed.
true. Continuing on through the ravine, you begin to notice that the walls themselves seem to be speckled with various chunks of ore and naturally formed gemstones that are just like spattered across here and there. Even though this seems to be a hellscape to live in, it seems to be very profitable if you are into the mining industry, which sort of explains why the peoples of what is your town of Snowmelt have made sort of a mining syndicate around the area, always being able to produce items of iron and silver to the rest of Odag. But as you continue on, making sure not to push yourselves too much due to the very thick smoke in the air, very acrid and damaging effect to anybody who does not call this place home, you begin to slowly but surely make your way through the ravines. And then about 3 hours pass, and you begin to feel a little bit of wear, like a little bit of wear seeping into your muscles. Though at the same time, you have now cleared the lava pools of the ravine and have now started on a small uphill climb.
I guess the question is there more? Does the train look better up ahead?
The trail looks better as it doesn't look as dangerous, as there are no exposed lava pockets anywhere. It almost just looks reminiscent of a mountain trail. Seemingly well traveled.
Isn't this supposed to be the well? Yuriko's gonna ask Nalani when she comes back. Isn't this supposed to be the path least traveled?
I'll give you that answer. As Nalani sort of looks back to you, and she informs you that while this path is quote unquote the one least traveled, it's still used by other denizens of the Ashen Spire. Maybe not the Goliath tribes or the dwarves or even the gnolls, but it is still used as foot traffic for the other things that call this place home.
Okay.
Noticing that you all seem to be showing signs of wear, Nalani suggests that you take a quick break to catch your breath, get something to eat before setting on even farther into the area, as it's still a bit of a trek to any place that would be considered safe to make camp for the night.
Sounds good to me. How about we just we rest here for like an hour or so before we continue forward?
I'm fine with that.
That sounds like an amazing plan.
So I'll stop here to have a short rest,
Okay.
which will allow me to use my arcane recovery.
And that does me get back my spell slot.
And for this hour that you are taking for downtime, is there anything specific you wish to take care of, or are you just eating and waiting to start going for again?
After I do my arcane recovery, I would actually like to take a minute to. I've got several holy symbols on me of Lathander. One that I wear on a necklace, but others that are just in my bag. I don't know where I got them. Maybe I stole them from someone. I don't remember.
47 symbols of Lathander.
I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to flip it around, and on the back, I'm going to carve the symbol that was on that tablet that I was given from the guy that was birthed from the egg of the sun with the snake circling it. I'm going to carve that on the back of that Lathander symbol and then affix that to the necklace that I'm wearing.
Okay. So as you begin to do that, can you give me an Arcana roll?
I can. Oh, yes, I can. Arcana, that is going to be a 26.
26. So as you're carving this, it's almost as if you begin to feel something guiding your hand as you carve this snake into the symbol of Lathander. And then as you attach it to the necklace that you're wearing, you begin to feel a bit of warmth pulsing through it, as the symbols previously had felt cold and dead, almost as if they were nothing more than just a bit of worked stone. But it now feels as if it holds some sort of energy, at least. And it takes you a moment as you're sitting there and you finally attach it to the necklace, as you realize that you have just now made a legitimate working holy symbol that anybody who would take and make a pact with this creature or with this new entity would then be able to call on, as a cleric, call on aid from this god.
I'm gonna look very pleased with myself after discovering that, and then once it's finished and affixed, I'm wearing it. I'm gonna kind of tuck it beneath my shirt so I can feel that warmth against my chest at all times.
And as you tuck it underneath your chest, there you feel a bit of a question, like some sort of questioning surge through you, almost as if this necklace is almost asking your acceptance.
I think yeah, Mia's kind of riding a high right now with this other feeling that she's got with the arcane like weave and stuff flowing right now. So she's going to feel very open to it and accepting to it,
And
emotionally and mentally.
as you openly accept whatever embrace is coming from this necklace, you feel that weight and the issues of breathing you had when you've entered the spires fade from you, as you can now fully operate at max capacity in the Ashen Spire without any negatives.
Oh, damn.
You don't feel as if anything has claimed you or anything of the sort, just as if somebody's just given you a bit of a helping hand.
And that feeling is very evident on Mia physically. Like, she, after feeling that weight lifted, she like gets to her feet and kind of does some stretches and like runs in place a little bit and looks very invigorated and ready to go, like it's the start of a brand new day almost.
Does she look visibly more vibrant to us?
She looks invigorated, yes.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm ready to hit the trail again. We've got a lot more to go today, and I feel like I could go for another 8 hours.
We shouldn't dally no matter what.
Sure.
Yuriko, as you're sitting there and you're noticing this change in Mia, there's almost a cold chill that runs over you as you begin to feel the weight and taxing of the spire lift from you, as you are now embraced in the protection of the Snow Mother.
Interesting.
I apologize for not giving this to you sooner, but I wanted to see if you were actually going to make the journey.
I can talk to her like mentally without having to talk out loud, right?
Yes, that's how she's talking to you right now as well.
Then I'll thank her. You know, every little bit helps.
And as long as you are here in the spire, you do not need to worry about a certain individual tracking you down. I will hide you to the best of my abilities. But my power is limited and it can only keep you hidden as long as you remain in the Ashen Spire. Once you cross back into the rest of Odag, I'm afraid for the time being you are on your own.
Thank you.
You've done good by me, I will do good by you.
And she just nods to herself. She feels a little bit more calm, less on edge.
Mia, you have the feeling that if you were to carve another one of these symbols, you could possibly, like, if you were able to do it as well as you did previously, you probably would be able to give it to another person or to other people.
Okay. And looking around the group, is there any noticeable change in Yuriko? Like, does she look the way that I'm feeling now as well after getting the boon that she just got?
Yes, though there seems to be more of a, like, you see just a quick like sheen of snow wash over her for a moment before fading away, but you see the wear and tear of like the past 4 hours of journey just kind of wash off of her.
And looking over at Nalani, she's been
Nalani's
fine this whole
perfectly
time.
fine, yeah.
This is her home. And then looking over at Azure Claw, does he look a little worn down? Like, he's operating at 2 times the gravity type of thing?
Yeah, Azure Claw sort of has the same look that the rest of you had. Like, both Azure Claw and Chemic are not having a good day.
Okay. I'm going to sit back down and I will pull out one of these other Lathander symbols that I have, and I'm going to start carving it as well, hoping to craft one of these for Azure Claw. Do you want another Arcana roll for this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that is still pretty good. That's a 21.
21 will work. And as you finish carving the snake into the symbol of Lathander and duplicating the stone tablet that you had been given, you feel again that warmth come to life in the otherwise dead pendant.
I will affix it to a necklace, and I will approach Azure Claw and just stand in front of him with a big grin on my face, holding it out to him.
Question A is, do I notice that Mia is wearing one as well?
Hers is currently tucked underneath her shirt, but if you paid any attention to her while we were taking our rest, you would have seen her crafting one for herself and then
Here,
putting
let
it
me
on.
answer that question for you.
Was Bird paying attention?
Was Bird paying attention? Yes, that was above a 10. Bird was paying enough attention to notice something for once.
I made you
Low a
something.
10, that was just the Bird zoning out.
Distracted by all the pretty gems in the walls.
Or the gems that I have on me and going, oh, I could collect more. What
I made you this
pendant
Azure Claw. Put it on.
What
Trust me.
pendant do?
It'll help. It'll make you feel new again.
That's not ominous at all.
That's not ominous.
And I just call it kind of takes it and spins it around a few times, looking at it and being like, I see. Okay, and I will put it on.
All right. And as you put it around your neck, you get that same sort of feeling that the necklace is asking for your acceptance. Its touch is warm, it's calming. It doesn't seem to have any sort of like chaotic intent. It doesn't seem to feel like it wishes you harm.
Okay. I accept the necklace.
All right, and as you accept it and you put it around your neck, you begin to just feel that warmth and comfort wash over you as you are now able to move and breathe as Nalani does in the Ashen Spire.
Alrighty.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yes. I think so.
I would offer one to you as well, Yuriko, but looks to me like you're doing just fine.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah, I do have the stuff to make one for Kamek as well, but I'll hold off until Zoro is actually here. I don't know what her or Kamek's beliefs are, so I don't want to push anything on them that might do bad stuff.
True.
She
I mean,
can ride in the backpack on Nalani in the meantime.
yeah. I mean, that's how I feel Kemek is right now. They're just in the baby saddle.
Yep.
Just because the movement is like the movement here is takes so much more out of people who aren't not inclined, but aren't used to the Spire's environment. That somebody Kemek size, it's definitely going to wear on them more than it does on you.
They've just got these itty bitty legs.
Yeah.
But once Zorro is here, and if we're still in this area and alive, I'll offer her the opportunity.
Those you'll definitely still be in this area, but alive is the big question.
Yep.
As you have a lot of trekking ahead of you before you get to your destination. So let's go ahead and take a break here because we're going to need an Alani for the next part. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the break that we normally take around like 9:15, 9:30. We'll take it now. We'll go ahead, freshen up our drinks, all that fun stuff. And when we come back, we should be able to continue on forward. So stick with us here, everyone. We will be back in a few minutes. All right, I think we are all back. I didn't know if Fox was back until I saw that they were typing in chat.
Yeah, I was just stuffing my face real quick.
Yeah, no problem there. I was stuffing my face before the stream. Dinner ran a little late, but thankfully it was only chorizo, so you just fold that up in tortillas and eat it. You're perfectly fine.
I mean, I am still stuffing my face. I'm eating goldfish.
Hey, I know people are always like, "Oh, it's not professional to eat on stream." You know what? If you're hungry,
Please.
fucking eat.
You know how many of like the high paid top streamers like always like freaking mow on stream?
Yeah, I mean, I do, like, now that I've like started like doing like the VTubing stuff, I'm eating constantly while I'm streaming. I eat constantly beforehand. If you need a snack. If anybody holds that against you, that's their problem. They're just jealous that they don't have it.
Right?
I was doing exactly what you're doing the other time on Saturday during the Halloween one shot. I mean, I was just wandering around a house for half that show, so I was just sitting here snacking on goldfish the whole time.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I tend to make you guys hungry because I always have food and whatnot in my games.
That too.
Yeah. Yes.
But
100%.
the Vactair, thank you for that raid. Everyone, welcome on in. Sorry that we were kind of AFK when that happened. But we are back. Gilly, just to catch you up,
Yep.
the group cleared the lava pool ravine and decided to take a quick 1 hour break just to catch their breath and everything before they began like a small uphill trek to the next part of the pathway. And it was a little alarming to some of them because this foot traffic, or it looks like there was just a ton of foot traffic on this pathway as it's made a natural path. And Yuriko had asked Nalani, they thought this was the path less traveled. As Nalani, I explained that while the Goliaths and the dwarves and the gnolls of the area may not necessarily travel this pathway as much, the other denizens of the spire are all over the place and may use this as a simple footpath. While everyone was on break, Mia took a couple of those Lathander pendants or holy symbols that had been found in the crypts that you were in, and began carving the snake onto the pendants to make the pendants now look like the symbol of the newly born god that you had met, and it had actually activated. And accepting the protection of the pendant, both Mia and Azure Claw can now breathe and move like Nolani does here in the Ashen Spire, almost protected from the toxic environment. Yuriko getting the equivalent, but getting it from the Snow Mother, sort of protecting her and hiding her from the devil that is currently hunting her, as long as she remains in the spire itself.
That's awesome. That's going to make this a lot easier.
But as the hour of your break comes to a close, everyone is feeling a little less terrible than they did. I mean, even though you no longer feel the wear and tear of travel, and you don't necessarily find it hard to breathe, it is still ungodly hot up here in the spire. It is not not your everyday vacation spot.
Oh, what you talk about feels great. Feels like home.
Yeah, Nalani, who's always found the South to be a bit uncomfortably cold compared to the warm embrace of the Ashen Spire.
I think she's always trying to find the hot springs.
Don't blame her. Hot springs are a godsend.
Mm-hmm.
But as you continue on, you've noticed, Nalani, that a lot of the wildlife you expected to be around isn't. The rock spiders, for example, who seem to decorate the walls of these mountains, nowhere to be found. Some of the rocks that, you know, fly along the peaks of the spires looking for food are also scarce. And it's about another hour into your journey when you begin to notice why. As this loud flame-like sound begins ripping from the air as you look up, as this giant, what almost looks to be flaming rock comes crashing down towards you and the rest of the group. And it's at this point in time I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from everybody.
Oh gosh. Here we go. Okay.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
I mean, I'll take it.
I think I'm fucked.
I have
10.
I have way too many. Like, I'm going through the character area because I'm trying to get everybody's tokens here. And it's just a minefield of just monsters.
It's not reassuring.
I haven't necessarily cleaned up the monster selection until, well, recently, I should say. All right, so going around here, we'll start with Yuriko. What did you get? You said you got a 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And then Mia, what did you get?
I got an 8.
Jesus. Gotta love these low rolls, right?
Do we?
At least I wasn't the lowest.
Nalani, what did you get?
21?
21? Okay. Azure Claw.
18.
18. Okay. So 2 of you passed, 2 of you failed. As this giant flaming rock comes crashing into the earth near you, causing a bit of a cave-in as you all begin to fall into a newly formed hole in the ground. As you fall for about 60 feet and you come to a thud on the ground below.
No, I have a way out of this.
Do you have a way out of this?
Yes, I do. So the other half of the party, are they still up on the ledge or wherever the hell?
No. Everyone
Nope.
is plummeting.
Everyone's plummeting. Okay. So as I'm plummeting, I want to, I hope this works. I don't know. I gotta pull shit out my ass. I want to Misty Step
Okay.
when I'm like 20 feet from the ground. I want to Misty Step.
So just Misty step down to the ground and,
Yep.
avoid the impact. Okay. You most definitely could do that.
Can I attempt something? You can tell me whether or not I have enough time to make it work.
Sure.
I have that wear bracelet for any were creature. Can I turn into a flying were creature? Then I hope would make me big enough to at least grab 1 or 2 other people.
Like a werebat?
Yeah, what kind of were creature what kind of flying were creature are you trying to turn into?
Her instinct would probably be to something that's natural to this area. I don't know what flying creatures are natural to this area, but
Okay, so the flying creatures that are natural to this area, you have eagles, you have rocks, you have bats.
let's go with eagle.
An eagle. Yeah, why not? You like midair, you can turn into a were eagle, which will give you. And I'll say that, you know, transforming. Yeah, you can, and you should be able to grab both Mia and Azure Claw before they hit the ground.
Okay.
Which is
That's
good.
what I like to do.
Okay, which is good because that negates the 25 points of damage that Mia would have taken from hitting the ground at a 60-foot fall.
Now, what do I need to roll because of the chance of permanence on this bracelet?
Nothing yet, because it like if you were to change, catch them, land, set them down, and change back, you're only in the form for a short amount of time. It's only after like a long period of use does this thing start to try to like permanently
Take
hold
over.
you in. Yeah.
Okay.
But if like you're in it for a round, you're fine. It doesn't even matter.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'll do.
Okay. And as you come settling down into the ground into this 60-foot hole, you notice that what makes the impact, the giant flaming rock begins to move and sort of starts unfurling itself as like these wings spread as this dragon is now standing before you. This sort of mixture of smoke and fire sort of begins to stare down the group itself as the dragon that the Ash Phoenix was hunting for has now made its appearance. And I'm going to take you guys to a map because it is combat time.
How big is this goddamn thing?
Too big. The answer is too big. Doesn't matter what size it is.
Doesn't matter what size it is, damn.
Size don't matter?
We'll get everyone's favorite battle music going here. I gotta find. Oh, there's the. Oh, it just says turn order now. That's perfect. That didn't do what I wanted to do. All right, I know the name says Flame Dragon, but it's not a Flame Dragon. I just used the token because it's the closest thing I could find to it.
Flame dragons are pretty dragons.
They
It is
are.
very pretty.
They are.
Big and chunky and made of magma. Right, I guess I should be rolling initiative, shouldn't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're all trying to pretend like we didn't have to.
Like, I'm going to willfully not hear that.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
gonna
might
say
as well
no.
have not rolled initiative. But I just rolled. So.
If I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
Funny enough, I have a magic item that allows you to implore childhood logic like that.
That would be hilarious. I hope to see it in action one day. Not with this
that-
character.
Is that the whole like la 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 la?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
I'm invincible if I hide under my blanket.
Yep.
Yes.
Monsters can't find me if I'm under my blanket.
Oh, that would be funny on Mila. That character would apply childhood logic all the time.
Mila, who is the avatar of an eldritch entity,
Yep. Been applying child lock and then nope, can't hear you.
Okay. So Yuriko, you're gonna start us off.
Oh. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 30 puts me here. And then I am going to cast Clean Flame. Actually, no, I'm not going to cast that because that's dumb. It's made of fucking fire.
Yes, use fire against the thing of fire.
That's dumb. I am going to cast Armor of Agathis.
All right, go ahead and give me that D20 roll.
I thought I was protected by the snow mother.
This doesn't have to deal with the This doesn't have to deal with. This has to deal with the ley lines being awoken.
I gotcha. 16.
16 and Armor at the Agathis is a first level spell.
It's yeah.
Okay,
level.
you're good.
All right. So I put 10, and it takes 10 points of cold damage if it hits me. So let's do a regular attack. Oh no, I can't because I cast the spell. Actually, you know what? Let's action search. Yeah. Let's action search. That sounds like a thing. And then we're gonna attack. And I'm gonna use superiority die for precise attack. So 18 plus 8. So that is 26.
That'll hit.
And precise attack, I get to add the D8 roll, which is 8, to my damage. If I'm reading it right. Oh, it's just the attack roll. Just do the attack roll, and then yep. So rank is invalid 8, and it's too big to use Crusher, so that's on the table. And that's crap damage. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 points of bludgeoning.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's all I can does.
All right. So as you do that, the dragon is going to take a legendary action.
Yeah.
And it is going to use its tail as a tail attack, but it is not going to target you. Instead, it just raises its tail up into the air and slams it hard onto the ground.
Dex save.
No, you don't need to make a dex save, as it's not targeting you. As it makes this slam attack, those of you who are facing the dragon, you notice the wall behind it begin to light up with cracks of magma.
Oh, that's not good.
As you remember that you just fell 60 feet down into a hole into what is technically an area lined with magma pockets. And as that happens, on 20 initiative,
Oh, that's
lava
not
begins to spill onto the floor. On the dragon's turn, its eyes just slowly turn to face Nolani. It's been a while since I've eaten one of these.
good. Oh God.
Though I tend to prefer my meals a little more cooked. And it takes a deep breath.
Wow, that's not good.
A 60-foot cone of fire erupts from its, well, not fire, but I guess you would call it magma, erupts from its mouth. As I'm going to need both Nolani and Mia to give me dexterity saving throws.
Not terrible.
Okay. Mia, what did you get?
19.
19. Very good. You are going to take 17 points of fire damage. Nolani,
Dirty 20.
30-20, you will take 17 points of fire damage as well. And since you made the save, you will ignore the secondary effect on it.
Okay, before you take that damage, Nolani, as a reaction to us about to get facefuls of magma, I'm going to use a class ability, Aegis Maxima. So the shield that I have around me is going to expand to encompass Nolani as well.
Okay.
And as it expands, it drains me of 5 of my current HP and adds that to the HP pool of the shield. So the shield, my shield, is going to take this damage first, and that was 17 to each of us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my shield is going to take a total of 34 points of damage, and it will gobble up all that damage that we just took.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Looking a little annoyed that that just happened, the dragon sort of like looks at Mia. I guess an appetizer will do. And it goes barreling towards you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Sorry, there's nothing I can do to help.
But that is all it can do. For now. Nolani.
I do not like this situation. Just reviewing what I can do. Well, can't really do much for Mia, so sorry. So I will take one step up. Which right do I want to use? We'll use Ride of the Storm, so we'll go ahead and do the slash on self. Take 3 points of damage as I activate the Ride of the Storm. So like,
Oh, before you
lightning will.
do that, Mia, I need a D20 from you because you cast a spell.
That's a class ability.
Ah, perfect. Okay, never mind.
So I'll take 3 points damage as the lightning dances along the edge of my blade. And I do believe that's a bonus action to activate, and then our action will be to attack it, because there's really not much else I can do.
Okay.
First one's going to fail. That's like a total of... My glade's a +8, so that's a total of 10.
Yep, that'll fail.
That's better. That's going to be a 21.
21 hits.
Okay. So that's going to be 15 slashing damage with the glaive as I max that out. And another 5 points of lightning damage.
Give me a sec. Okay. Anything else?
No. Don't really want to leave Mia up here by herself, so I will stay here for now.
All right, so as you attack, it will use a legendary action. And it's going to do a wing attack. So everybody within 15 feet of the dragon. So everybody but Yuriko, I need dexterity saving throws. Mia, what'd you get?
22.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nolani.
17.
Okay. And Azure Claw.
Sorry, what kind of save again?
Dex.
Dex, that is a 13.
A 13. Okay, Azure Claw. You are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage and you are knocked prone.
I can live with this.
As the dragon will now, as a other effect of the wing attack, it will now fly up into the air half its flight speed. So it will go about 40 feet.
Attacks of opportunity?
Yes. As it is leaving your threat range if you wish to use a reaction.
Yeah, I'll poke it with my sword. Why not? No, wait. I used my reaction on the shield. I can't do
Yep.
that.
I will use my reaction for this. That's going to be another 21. That hits. Now I'm going to min damage on my glaive this time for a total of 6 slashing, but I'll do 6 lightning damage on top of that.
Okay. So a total of 12.
Yes. You just want me to total it up this fight?
Yeah, you're good. You're good
Okay.
if you total up. It doesn't have lightning resistance. Alrighty. Now we come to Mia.
Now, you look up at the dragon. You look over at the incoming magma. I'm gonna go step over here because this looks like higher ground.
Yes.
And then I'll look back up at the dragon and call out, "Don't suppose you'd be willing to parley?"
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that word.
Bargain.
Oh,
Converse.
bargain. We can bargain.
So there's no need to fight then.
What would I need to give you for that one? As he kind of nods his head over to Nalani.
A tooth and an eye?
A tooth and an eye?
And I can't guarantee she won't fight you the whole way.
Oh, so that she isn't your property.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Well, then
I will remember this.
I'm afraid we cannot bargain then. For you cannot give what you do not owe.
That's sort of true. But there's nothing else you want?
Nothing else stokes my interest right now.
Shame. Do speak up if you think of something before this is over. I'm going to throw a breathtaking wind at this guy. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and I need to roll a flat 20. A 17.
17. What level spell is this?
Level 1.
Level 1? You know what? We'll try to make the saving throw. What kind of saving throw is it?
Constitution.
Constitution. That is going to be a Constitution save of 11, but it will use a legendary resistance to save anyway.
Gotcha. Okay. That was still useful to me, even though it did nothing. That is all I can do, though.
Azure Claw.
Alright, I am gonna promptly burn half my movement to get off my ass. Going to burn another 10 feet to make my butt move over there.
Don't forget he's in the air 40 feet.
Is he now? Is he? Come on, where's all my tricks? Okay, you know what?
Put a little
We're not
marker
gonna
on him
move.
so we know he's flying.
Okay. Well, you know what? I always enjoy having target practice on something that's moving. Yeah. We're gonna put 2 javelins airborne at him.
Okay.
And first one is a 13 to hit.
13 will not hit.
That tells me all I want to know. And we're going to burn 1 superiority die for a precision attack. So that's going to come out to 14. That's a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
All right. And that's coming in for max damage on Javelin at 9 points.
Okay. Anything else?
Unfortunately, my Draconic is more broken than my Common, so... And I'm going to use a bonus action to ignite my blade in bright blue frost.
Okay.
and point it promptly at the dragon.
Yuriko.
What's the range? You said it's 20 feet in the air?
40.
40? All right, I am going to... Only 30. Only 30 feet there. Would I be able to use a 60-foot reach spell on it?
Where are you?
Right there.
Technically, yes.
I am going to use Frostbite.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh, it makes a Constitution save. Oh, I don't have to roll. Yeah. Yeah. So it makes the con save against my DC sucks. It's spell DC's 14.
14 Constitution save.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, it makes the Constitution save of, hold on. Makes the Constitution save of 15.
Okay.
I was gonna say 10, but then I saw the saving throw modifier on it, which I should have looked at previously, because that would have meant that it saved against the other spell, but I didn't. That's my bad.
Yep. It's save or suck, so it takes no damage.
Okay.
And that's all I can do right now.
Okay. At 20.
Oh, that's not good.
Lava starts pouring in more. The dragon up in the air, gonna sort of like charge itself up for a moment, and then it just dive bombs Mia.
Jeez.
Oh no!
Actually, no, it wouldn't dive bomb me. It still wants Nalani. It will dive bomb Nalani.
I think this is better than dive bombing Mia at least.
So this is gonna be an attack roll
Okay.
on Nalani.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Yuriko, pretty much anybody with feet on the ground right now, I need dexterity saving throws from you.
Oh, God.
Does that count for me where I'm at?
Yes.
And then dirty 20.
I too got a dirty 20.
Nalani, you don't need to make this save.
God damn it! Being ground zero doesn't help. Okay.
Remember, you do still have 10 temporary hit points from the breakfast that you made.
Oh,
right.
I know.
So
I've used some of them though.
going around this, Yuriko, you got a dirty 20?
Yep.
You're fine. Mia,
14.
14, you are knocked prone from the shockwave. And then Azure Claw,
15.
15, you are knocked prone. Nolani, you are also knocked prone from the impact. As this thing just comes crashing down into you, and you're going to take 27 points of bludgeoning damage and 15 fire.
Well, I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance to negate... Ooh, next 12 of that.
Okay.
Sorry, 27, 15, you said?
Yep. Yes, 27 and 15.
So that's going to be instead 30 points of damage. Okay.
And Nolani.
So at the start of my turn, I'm going to use my new class feature, Aether Walk. I think that's how you say it. And I'm going to magically step into the veil between planes.
Okay.
So I'm technically in the ethereal plane as I enter my turn. I'm going to reach into my pack, and I'm going to take out a cookie.
Oh no.
I can... My... read this. Okay, so, I can walk through other creatures and objects.
As difficult terrain.
Yep. So if I
remember, if you stand up, you've already used half movement.
That's fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk forward until I'm staying in the dragon.
Okay.
I'm then going to end my turn. So if I end my turn inside of a object, it shunts me to the nearest unoccupied space. I take damage for doing this, but as I'm being shunted, I want to drop said cookie inside dragon.
I like it. I fucking love it. That is, you could take you could take a point of fucking inspiration for that one. That is fucking genius.
I take the D10 points of damage for every 5 feet of movement that I'm shunted, but I'm going to take the damage in order to drop the cookie.
You know what? Take that D10 point. Take the D10 points of damage as you're shunted, or 2D10 technically.
2D10.
Because it's a chunky boy.
Oh, I rolled high on those. That's gonna be 18 points of damage.
All right, then I'll let you choose where you want to be shunted.
Can I get shunted in front of it so I can see what happens to it?
I mean, technically, you were in front of it to begin with.
Okay, well, I'm already shunted there.
Okay, so you're going to be shunted to there. So you go ghost form, walk into the dragon, pop back out of the ethereal plane as you just throw the cookie mid-air as you and the cookie rematerialize and you're pushed out. The cookie itself can't be shunted out of it because it's now inside the dragon.
There's about 5/8 of that cookie left, by the way.
What's that?
There's 5/8 of that cookie left.
Jesus Christ. And this is the cookie that turns things young, right?
Yep.
It's got to make a save here.
More miss this magic cookie.
And you know what? I'm going to say it can't use a legendary resistance because it doesn't know what's going on. It cannot see what just happened.
No, it did not see that coming, quite literally.
Rolled a 1.
Oh, shit!
For a total of 12. It doesn't save.
No!
So you see this cookie, or you see this dragon start to like get panicked as it's obviously trying to fight something, as its body is just slowly but surely getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And with how horribly it's saved against it, and how horribly, with how much of that cookie was still left, you see this thing fully revert into an egg.
I'd like to pick up that egg.
Okay. I do need a saving throw from you because the egg is technically magma infused.
That's fine. Natural 20 for I don't know what we're gonna save.
I will say this now. You pick up this egg with no problem, and you no longer have to make any saves against it. You can handle this egg as it were just a chicken's egg. That being said, you're gonna need to find something fireproof to put it in, because if you put it in a bag or anything like that, it will eat right through it.
Does that include bag of holdings? I know we have some.
You don't know if the bag of holding will catch fire. Normally it doesn't, because you throw it into a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
We
She doesn't understand magic though, so she's not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we do also know that at least the magic users among us know that putting something living inside of a bag of holding usually results in that living thing being a dead thing.
Yeah, true. Well, she's taking the egg with us. Because, fuck, I got a dragon egg.
As you are all now just standing there in amazement,
What the
as
hell happened?
this giant, like, magma dragon just... One moment it dive bombs Nalani and it looks like it's about to eat her. You see Nalani just like shift and is in like an ethereal state, walks into the dragon, and then is forcefully thrown out the side of it, taking a little bit more damage, and then the dragon, in just a panic state, reverts into an egg.
We can talk about this later. We need to get the hell out of here.
I'm going to toss Nalani 20 feet of chain.
Drag the egg.
All right,
No.
so
Make
technically,
a basket out of it.
Yeah,
yep, technically
we can do that though later.
technically we are not out of combat just yet, because you have the environment that's still trying to kill you. So,
Yeah.
Mia, as you are prone.
I think for a second, Mia doesn't even like get up from where she's at. She's kind of like shifts and then rests her head on her elbow and looks at Nalani with a big smile, like, "You didn't."
You just get a giant shitting grin back.
No, it's cackle and then stand up. Really wish I had my wings right about now. Just a quick glance around this cavern. Is there any obvious way out, like tunnel-wise, or are we just in a hole?
You are in a hole in the ground. Pretty much what it did was it hit the ground and punched through it, and the wall behind it was weak enough, and it was like connected to a magma chamber, and it sort of just broke, and now you've got magma spilling into the hole that you're currently in.
We'll recall that Nalani did turn into something flying to drop us down here safely.
But it's about a 60-foot climb up in order to get out of here.
Actually, you know what? I might be able to. Okay. Nalani did catch us, but she may need one of her talons for this new egg of hers. Which hopefully stays young longer than Nalani did. Otherwise, we've got about 5 days, I think. I am going to... Yeah. I'm going to cast my Frigid Claw spell just in a space right beside me. Flat roll for that. That's a level 2 spell, and that was a 16 on my d20.
16, you're fine.
Okay. And as soon as the claw manifests, I am going to double check how much I weigh. Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna just step onto its little paw pad, and tell it to move up 30 feet. As I weigh 129 pounds, it can carry up to 150 and goes in any direction I tell it to 30 feet at a time.
Okay. So you hop onto the claw. And it begins just to lift you off the ground. Azure Claw. Currently prone.
Currently prone. I will stand up. And where is the hole in the roof above us?
Right above you.
Right above us? Okay.
Yeah.
And you said it's how high?
60 feet up. The wall. Oh, I just hit the wrong button. I need to press back. Give me a second. I meant to ping the map. This wall is like climbable. The wall back here is climbable. The wall down the walls down here are climbable. Pretty much the
The ones just directly north of me are climbable.
Yes, pretty much the edges of the map are climbable.
Okay. Then I'm going to head in that direction. And I'm going to do something completely unhinged here, but
Okay.
might be useful.
We here at Behold
I'm going
Roleplay and highly endorse unhinged gameplay.
Well, I'm not using it for quite its intended purpose, but it's going to be used. I'm going to grab the grappling hook out of my bag, holding it in one hand, and use that to assist my climbing.
I'll allow it. So on your athletics checks while you are climbing, you can use it to gain advantage.
Glorious.
Anything else?
Negative. That is all I got this time.
Okay. Yuriko.
I want to get far away from this nonsense. So, let's see. So I'm gonna double move to here.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
So at 20.
Oh,
Ooh.
dear God.
It's good you moved, Yuriko. Nalani.
Well, I can't get to both of them at once, so I'm going to go ahead and activate that transformation into the were-eagle again.
Okay.
Pick up the egg with one of my talons, and then I'm going to. Azure Claw's right next to a wall, so I'm going to go after Yuriko to go pick her up.
Okay.
Which she is 40 feet away from me, so I'm going to have to dash to get her, and then.
Well, you've got your eagle form has a flight speed of 60.
Oh, perfect. So I'm going to fly over to her, and then pick her up and one of the other talon.
Okay.
And then fly up the other 20 feet. Wait, no, 60. Yeah, 40 to get to her, 20 feet up.
Yep. Okay.
So let me move myself on the thing next to Yuriko. I'll probably just grab like her boomerang and go and pick her up with it.
Mia.
As my claw is taking me up another 30 feet. I'm sifting through my bag, and then I call out, I am so sorry, Yuriko. I was going to throw a rope down for you, but apparently I don't have any. I wasn't just abandoning you. I thought I had rope. My bad.
So as your claw goes up another 30 feet, can I get another spell roll from you?
You sure can. That one's my lowest roll so far at a 14.
Still good.
Oh, so persistent spells need a roll still?
Yup.
Oh, man.
Yup.
Oh.
As you're going up, you notice that the claw sort of starts shimmering a little bit brighter than normal. As you yourself feel that it's pulling in more of the magical essence from the ley lines than normal.
It's fine. This is fine.
I mean, it could be a good thing. We don't know.
As your claw.
All right, let's freaking go. Oh, that'll do. That's a 22 with advantage.
Yep, you can most definitely start making that climb.
Up we go.
Up you go.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Yuriko, you are now in the wings, or you are now in the claws of a giant eagle. Or a giant were-eagle, I should say.
Probably still has the markings of Milani on it. She would have kept those.
And you see the egg in the other claw.
Yeah.
I'm just holding on.
Okay. And then at 20, Nalani.
So, Azure Claw's 40 feet away from me and what, 30 feet up?
He's
So
about
he's 10,
30 feet up right now. Climbing.
so he's 10 feet above where I'm at, or 20 feet up. So I'm going to 40 feet plus 50 feet to get to him. And then I'm going to, like, turn around, so, like, I don't know if I can speak in this form.
You
She's
can't.
going to attempt to squeak. It's going to come out squawk, so get on my back.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna speak my native language, bird.
He's a
Well,
bird.
perfect.
You're
He's a bird,
It
yeah.
works.
Avian.
That technically avian, yeah.
That works out. So he just hears me speak and get on my back.
So you're flying 60 feet over.
So I'm going 40 feet over, 10 feet up to get to him. So I'm now 30 feet up where he is.
40 would put you there.
This lava was rising because there was a thing over here and it's gone.
I know. But we're 30 feet up, so I'm hoping we make it one more round.
So as you're flying up, can I get an athletics roll from you? Or actually a strength roll from you, since you to maintain your grip on the egg and on Yuriko.
Oh god.
Strength save?
Check.
Check. Strength check. Oh, they're the same for me. That's gonna be an 18.
18, okay. You're holding on just fine. Nothing to worry about. Mia, you are now 60 feet off the ground and now looking out around the area, and you see the ledge that you need to head to if you're going to continue on the path that you were headed.
Yeah, I will go in that direction. If I can get there within the 30 feet of movement, I will safely
let's
step
see.
onto the ledge. Otherwise, I'll just go as far as I can.
30 feet of movement is going to put you right there.
Okay, that is all I can do. 30 feet at a time.
All right. Azure Claw. You're about 30 feet from the top ledge, but now you have a giant bird squawking at you, an avian, to just jump on its back.
I'm only 30 feet from the top.
Do what you want.
I'm running an advantage to get up. I'm not going to run an advantage if I try to jump to you. So we're going to do the thing I do.
That's fine.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's the right call. That's a 25.
25, yeah. You're able to make it up and pull yourself up onto the ledge. Yurko, is there anything you would like to do, or are you just a passenger on this ride right now?
I'm just passenger. I'm just doing everything I can to not be a hindrance to this flight.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Nalani.
We're going GTFO. Wait,
Where-
60 fly speed. Oh,
Where- Up. Are you going to the same ledge that Azure Claw is on?
yep, because it's the closest one.
Okay. So as you're flying, can I get one more strength check from you?
Yes, you can. That's gonna be a 19.
19. Okay, you hold on perfectly fine, and you're able to set them down up on the ledge. And once all of you get up there, you notice that you've got a bit of a lip that you have to walk across to get onto the landing across the way, unless you want to carry them over. From where you're at now,
Can I just dash and get these two over to start with?
your next turn you could.
Nah. I'll
Alright.
stop there and see what everyone else is gonna do.
Mia, you'll be able to get to this area, but beforehand, I need a D20 roll from you.
Oh, please make it.
I don't know. That's a 7.
Oh, I'm
Jesus.
just thinking now's not the time to find out if this is good or bad.
And this is what level spell?
This is a level 2 spell.
A level 2 spell. Okay. Would I get another D20 roll from you?
Certainly can, but I'm using a different D20. That's a 17.
17. Okay.
Could use that one from the start.
So, as you're going along, you see, or you feel your claw starting to spark as magic begins to rip and tear off of it, as it's becoming highly unstable. And then you just begin to hear chanting in your mind as something takes you over and you cast a random spell.
Like
Wild magic.
just a random spell, or a random spell from my list.
A random spell.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
God, Jesus! Yeah,
Get
wild
behind
surge.
this, yeah.
So
I'm always down for some wild magic.
you just for some reason or another, take the spell and you just rip out a level 2 magic missile. Just out in front of you. And as it dies down, you're safely set onto the ground.
Just kind of looking at my hands that just threw out this spell that I don't have on my list, and I'm both bewildered and excited.
And then the next time I will say that you're able to get everyone across Nalani. Not too much of
Okay.
an issue. I don't remember if there's any more layers or if this was it. Yeah, that was it. But you are, for the time being, safe and sound.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
that was
attempt to
terrifying.
revert back.
Okay, now at this point, I am going to need a wisdom saving throw.
That's an 8.
That's an
geez.
8.
That's an 8.
So you land and you're sitting there and you go to try to revert back, and you're finding it hard to like, you're finding it hard to remember what your original form looked like. What I need from you is a percentile roll.
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
46.
46. Okay. Roll it one more time.
That's going to be 54.
54. So you fight and you try to get back into that shape. And it is extremely painful. Your mind is racing and panicking because you can't remember what you look like, who you were. You're losing identity of self. But as you fight and you try to get out of this, everyone is seeing your panic. Everyone is seeing you thrashing. And just the look of sheer fear in your eyes as you can't revert back. What are the rest of you doing?
Mia, what's going on?
That's a very good question. Can I do like an Arcana check or something? See, or
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. That sounds perfectly reasonable.
It's gonna be a 25.
25. You know for sure that wear bracer that she has was what she used in order to transform into this creature. You have a feeling that the item wasn't completely what it was meant to be, and there may have been some form of curse or like curse-like entity on it, and it's now seemingly attempting to trap her in this form.
Well, this
It
may
only
be
can
a
make us
problem. I believe Nilani is struggling to revert back to what she was. And it could be this item of hers malfunctioning or binding her in some way. Perhaps it was cursed. I don't know how well she inspected it beforehand.
How do we fix that?
Milani, can I get a death saving throw?
Oh dear God!
Eight.
8. Okay, that's a failure.
I got a natural 20 earlier, so my dice now hate me.
So as this is going, as like she's like trying to fight and panic and thrashing about, you notice that the bracer itself is now sort of like a collar around the neck of this were-eagle, and you see just a singular rune sort of etch itself along into it.
I don't suppose anyone here has clerical abilities. That would certainly be the fastest way.
I am gonna try and contact the Snow Mother and go, I don't know if you can do anything, but if you need her, she's not looking too hot.
Like, damn it all, I knew she was going to get herself in trouble. I've done what I can, but whatever that thing is old magic. It's
Can
going
we
to
stop
I've done what I can to give her a fighting chance. If you or your friends have anything available, now would be the time to use it. But If not, she has this fight on her own.
I have a solution.
Oh, hold on. Yuriko, do you share that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have. I mean, I have no idea. I have 1,000 gold worth of random potions.
No, I
Azure
have
Claw.
a solution here.
Okay.
It's a solution I don't like, but we're doing it.
Okay.
Because you were rather non-specific with the wording of this, so I don't know.
As I normally am.
Yeah. The line is extra costs life force. And I don't know what that entails.
No, you don't. Just that it costs life force.
But I am going to basically channel everything I have into the blade and touch Mia on the shoulder.
Mia or
Ranting.
Nalani?
Mia, because you need to be able to talk.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you say that you are pumping everything you have into this.
I am pumping what is required to get that charge back.
Okay. Give me a second here. This is to get the wish charge back, right?
Yes, it is.
Like how we're going from, frying pan fire, right into the lava here.
I'm taking a look at Azure Claw's character sheet here.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
I got 4 greater healing pots if you need them.
That's not going to be the problem when we're done this.
So, Azure Claw.
Yes.
I take it this isn't a form of panic and you're just saying, fuck it, take it all?
No, I am trying to control this because I know what it wants.
Okay.
I was told what it wants. So this is a very measured approach.
Okay, yeah, so that is good. Did I tell you specifically what it wants aside from life force, or?
It said no. So right at the bottom where the Jin Blade is, it says extra costs life force. That was it.
Okay.
And I wrote it down and I'm like, rather non-specific, but okay.
Jeez.
And this is the first time you are doing it, so this is only going to be taxing for the first level.
Okay.
Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you? Make it with disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay. Well, the high roll was a nat 20. The low roll was a 23.
Low roll was a 23. Okay. So you charge everything that you can into this blade, and you touch Mia to give her the wish. And when that happens, you fall unconscious as you drop to 0 HP.
You know what? I can live with that. So, Mia, you now have a wish.
As you are making, I'm gonna just put you at 0 HP.
Right,
you are making death saves, you are going to be making them at disadvantage. You're gonna have to roll them twice.
Oh dear God.
As you pump that into it, and a burning rune is just dug into your forearm as you fall unconscious.
Okay.
As this is going on, Nalani, can I get another death save throw?
Yep, different die this time.
2. All right, so that's 2 fails as another rune appears. Yeah, you feel like a surge just go through you as Azure Claw. You see just activates his blade and then touches you as he falls unconscious. I want you to give me either an Arcana check or an Intelligence check to see if you can understand what the hell just happened.
Well, it's been going well for me so far, so I'll go with Arcana.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 22.
A 22. You feel as if you just were granted the ability to cast a wish. As Azure Claw falls to your feet, looking a little paler, if birds can look pale.
He looks gray instead of black.
You have his feathers gray. Okay.
Prematurely molting.
Prematurely molting, yeah.
Yes.
And you judging from how that collar is activating, you have a short time before the next one is going to take effect, so you feel you need to act quick.
Okay. So admittedly, knowing that she now has a wish, Mia's first thought is a very selfish one, but then the situation kind of
What's your thought?
Tell us. Tell us.
Speak the name of the destroyer.
Well, now I have to try and figure out how to word the feeling that she had. Her first instinct was that something with the power of a wish would potentially give her the power to have control over the magic within these crystals that keep popping up everywhere. But she doesn't think in her mind, ooh, I wish I can control this. Her first instinct was just, ooh, with this power, I could gain even more power.
Give me a second. So you sit there, and
It's
you
just like half a second.
that half a second thought pops into your head that I can use this wish to do this, and then you just feel like you just feel the wish leave you as knowledge floods your brain, giving you pretty much inspiration and ideas on how to harvest and manipulate and to control these coalesced mana crystals that are popping up all throughout the area.
Oh, shit.
As you now hold in your mind the ability to safely work these crystals. And with that, Nalani, I need a death saving throw.
Alright, third dice. Even this one's gonna screw me up.
I typed out a wish and everything. I was ready to help you.
I'm gone, fight. That was a 6.
Oh my god.
None of my dice like me, apparently.
So that you see another rune etch into the collar.
You do have inspiration.
You can use inspiration on death saves?
Oh, you can use it on any roll, as far as I know.
Oh. Why don't we give that a try?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. No, that's a 4.
So a third rune etches into
The dice have spoken.
the collar as the collar unlatches and drops. As Nalani stops fighting. And it just sits there and looks at you for a moment, confused, and then it flies off. Azure Claw. You get a death
Yes.
saving throw?
No, I'm gonna pour a potion down his gullet.
Okay. If you pour a potion down his gullet, that will revive him.
Okay.
Awesome. So we are going to lose 2 people today?
I'm going to pour one of my greater healing potions down your gullet. So that's 4d4 plus 4.
Because this was a genie wish, isn't it?
Yep.
Fuck.
Because it is a Jinn blade.
Fucking genies, man.
If it were just a normal wish, it would have been fine, but
11.
Jinn wishes feed on your innermost desires at times.
All right, and that got me 15 back.
Right. Mia, what happened?
So Azure Claw very graciously tried to help by giving me a very significant power that I could have used to save or help Nalani.
And you didn't?
I wanted to. I was going to. I was prepared to, but Yuriko, you must understand, with everything that's happening right now, with this new connection to the weave, I feel invigorated and my mind is elsewhere at the moment, and for just a split second, half of a moment, I thought perhaps, this power that was given to me by Azure Claw could be used to further my own desires. And I didn't speak anything. I didn't even say the words "I wish." It was just a brief moment of selfishness, and I guess that was enough
You
to...
disgust me.
I wanted to help.
I don't have any words for you.
It wasn't deliberate.
I'm gonna go into just a squat, and I'm gonna just ask, can we fix this, or is she gone?
You reach out and you don't feel anything.
Oh, that's not good. Do I still feel like I have the protection from...
You still seem to have that protective cloak about you, but there is no response. Normally, when you've tried to contact her before, even when you've reached out to her and she didn't answer, there was always like this feel of annoyance that you were bugging her. But when you reach out now, it's almost as if you're being ignored.
This collar thing is still...
It's still on the ground. Yes.
On the ground. Can we realistically go after her?
Can you fly?
No.
I mean, you see what direction she's flying in, but that's about it.
All right. I'm gonna track her down.
So in your current position, she is flying more towards the eastern part of the Ashen Spire.
So she's flying Ashen Spire towards the direction of
Towards the,
Snowmelt.
no, not towards Snowmelt, towards the sea. Like she's flying pretty much deeper in, but to the east.
Can I see the map?
Aren't you guys on the map?
No,
I mean
sorry.
the overall map.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We're on the battle map.
Yeah, sorry, I was pinging the world map. Here, I'll bring up the world map for everyone else too. So technically right now, from where you are at, that's not what I wanted. Is it alt that places it randomly?
Yeah, you hold. I believe it's alt. You hold.
Yeah,
alt.
you hold
Yeah.
on.
Move it around.
That's where
Technically,
we are.
you're about right there, and she's flying off in this direction.
Is she going her full speed? Or...
Yeah, she's flying like technically flying what like a normal bird would be.
She was still part human, right?
In a were form, yeah. So now it's just this winged monstrosity flying through the air.
All right. So I have the bracelet thingy, and I'm gonna just stow it as I'm like running, full bore after her.
So
I have no idea what the other two are doing, but that's what I'm doing.
okay, so the two of you see Yuriko beginning to just go full sprint, trying to chase after Nolani. What are the two of you doing?
Well, as Azure Claw becomes conscious, and seeing Yuriko kind of take off running, I just look up at Mia. Not work?
I'm so sorry, Azure Claw. I made a mistake.
Not work.
Not work.
Shit. I am low on tricks to get health back at the moment. Nope. Nope. I can do that. I can do that.
I will throw 2 greater healing potions at you if you need them.
Okay. We'll crack one of those because that'll help. That'll be another 11, which will put me at not dead. Okay, good enough.
We'll put you at not dead.
If we can catch her, we can cure her.
Oh. Ow. Okay. And now we sprint.
So you begin sprinting a little bit behind Yuriko as you are trying your best to keep on these paths to make sure not to step on any pockets or anything like that. Since you are full on sprinting, I need survival checks at disadvantage. This is going to be a group effort here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Survival. Ugh. Survival?
Survival.
We're all groaning at this one.
Survival. So my low roll is a 21.
21. What'd you get, Mia?
I got a 10.
Okay, what'd you get, Azure Claw?
And I got the 8.
Okay. So you guys start sprinting and you're trying to find the safest, like trying to keep in mind that you are in a highly active volcanic area. So at times of you sprinting, you have to stop and try to get around areas that are way too dangerous for foot travel. And you maintain a track on Nalani for about an hour until you come to an area that is at the moment completely unpassable, as it is just a torrent of magma pouring out from a wound in one of the mountains about 60 feet up, with no possible safe way to cross at this point in time. Which really sucks is if you had Emikiri, they could have used Mold Earth.
Yeah, I was just thinking, damn, I wish I had that
Maybe
spell.
we had Kimmick here. I do believe Kimmick has a remove curse.
That too.
And
One night. Damn work.
it's at this time that you lose all track of the Were Eagle, Nalani. And you have no idea where in the spire you are at, as your sprinting has pretty much made you completely lost. And as you stand around and you try to figure out a way across this river of magma, you realize the sun will be setting soon. Opening up a whole new area of unknown horrors in the wastes of the spires.
I start looking for a place to set camp away from the lava. 'Cause
The
I know
area
lava
that
is
you
bad.
are in, there are areas you can flat enough to set camp. None are protected. They like everything around here is pretty much exposed and open. There's no sign of any sort of crevices or caves or anything that you can at least put your backs into. You are open and exposed next to this lava river.
Well, I want to be at least 100 yards from the lava river.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
As I am going to take this marker, I'll put it back down here because you do not know where you are at this point in time.
Our guide flew away.
Yep. Guide flew away and you are now lost. There is one possible way out, but I don't know if the group would think of doing, or not think, but want to do that. I know a certain goblin would be against it. Because you could always teleport back home.
Good. I did think about that already. Like, well, Nalani's gone. Let's just go home.
No reason to be up here anymore.
had a way
Oh, no.
back to this spot, then I would just go home. But I don't know teleportation, and I'm not that high level yet, so...
Yeah.
Not to make Kimmik sound cold-hearted, but there is a chance Kimmik would go back.
Maybe.
Look, they had an agreement. Either one of them put the other one in danger. Just leave.
This is true. But I'm going to leave that to Zoro's decision when Zoro comes back. Because that is a very important decision for Kemek.
Mm-hmm. That's the reason I said there's a chance. I don't know for sure. Here are all my characters.
So, while the two responsible members of the party are setting up a proper camp, or at least looking for a place to camp, Mia's just gonna go find a rock that she can sit on for a moment and, not burn her butt.
Okay.
In amidst trying to sift through all of the knowledge that was just injected into her head, she's also thinking about ways to help Nalani. When Nalani was fighting against the caller, it looked as though she was still in there, right? That she wasn't completely lost before she flew off.
Yes, when she was fighting the caller while the death saves were being made, it was obvious that something was still there trying to get back.
And then when the caller came off of her, and she looked at us and kind of did the animalistic head tilt thing, that was very obviously the fight has stopped. Right?
The fight has stopped. Yeah.
Okay. So after taking a couple of minutes just to calm herself down, she's going to pull her apothecary book out of her bag. She's got a few ideas for some concoctions that might be able to help revert this state that Nalani is in, should we find her again. It's kind of pulling at the hag influence from her history here. Make some hag type potions.
Oh yeah, that's
I've
always
got
good.
several ingredients that I can work with here. I do have a vial of Nalani's blood.
You do.
I have a vial of blood from the Cerberus that we fought as well. So I do have a sample of cursed werewolf type blood. I'm going to use my encode thoughts spell to... I'll put that in the chat here if you need a reference as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a reference.
Create a magical manifestation of a thought of the person that I knew Nalani to be. So a very clear image of who Nalani is as an individual. I'm going to create a magical manifestation of that. I don't have a lab to work with, so this is just making stuff out here in the wilds. But I'm taking some time to work with these ingredients, trying to combine them in some way to hopefully at some point, whether it's within the next hour or within the next day, week, whatever, come up with a concoction that I think might help to, at the very least, give Nalani a fighting chance of regaining who she is.
Give me an Arcana roll.
That's the one and only good thing, or one and only thing I'm good at, rather. That is a 25.
You're sure that if you could get your hands on a lab, you would have a good chance at making something that may revert Nalani if you were able to find her. But it's going to require a lab.
Yeah. Which we did have one of those in the works back home, but that's an awfully far distance to go, and have no way to get back. So yeah, I imagine that's going to take me a while to do, and that conclusion to come to. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Well, the other two in the group are being responsible.
Yeah, what are the responsible kids doing?
Well, with a lack of certain skills, letting Yuriko do the things.
Question.
Yes.
When I was given that piece of cookie from Nalani and I got younger, do I know how many years I got younger? Or do I just know I feel younger?
I think it was 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it was 4 years. You know you feel a little younger, but you don't know how much. Your age was rolled back just a bit, but not too much to show much of a physical change. With that said, the effects will only last 24 hours.
And it hasn't been 24 hours yet.
Hasn't been 24 hours yet. It's getting close, but it hasn't been 24 hours.
I'm going to do something I really don't want to do.
That seems like what a lot of people are doing tonight. Seems like there's a theme.
A little.
Theme of this campaign is desperation.
Is there like a wall?
Oh, there are walls everywhere. Yes, but
Alright,
if you're looking for just like a decent enough wall, yes, there is like a mountain base next to you.
Alright, I'm going to grab a piece of loose stone and I'm going to scratch a door and handle into the side of the mountain.
Okay.
I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to go, Lady Vaga.
Okay. And you say Vaga's name, and the drawn little door handle turns and opens up into Vaga's shop. I knew I would win you over.
You didn't win me over. I'm in a state of desperation.
Most people who visit my shop at one point or another are very desperate. I hate to say, but it's one of the primary sources of why I'm so young.
Alright. I guess, we're going to step inside and do business.
So what can I do for you?
I pull out the collar thing. Our tall Goliath companion.
I know that.
Yeah,
It was used, wasn't it?
poorly.
Unfortunately, that's the other effect of things that people buy from my shop. It's out of desperation and normally used very poorly. Let me guess. They're changed?
Yeah.
Unfortunate. And you're looking for a way to change them back.
It's possible.
Not from me, unfortunately. I don't have anything to counteract that. I do know someone who can, but their prices are a little steeper than mine.
Like what?
They tend to deal with souls. While I myself may be just a simple, honest hag businesswoman, the individual that I speak of is a collector, a devil. Not to say that he's on the evil side, he's a very versed businessman. But his prices are normally a little more steeper than mine. I can't speak for him, I can't say what the price is going to be, but I do know he deals in souls from time to time. Deals in favors as well. But he's a very dignified businessman. You necessarily need any sort of help. If you wish, I can give you his card.
What will it cost me?
Oh no, this isn't one of my items. I'm making a I'm making a suggestion on where you can turn. Pointing you in a place of business when I myself cannot provide it. She walks over to a desk and she pulls out just a slim black business card, and she just holds it out to you. And I'm being honest, there's no fee, no anything.
She grabs it. She looks at it. Is there any writing on it?
So as you take the card and you look at it, it's just a very sleek business card with a rat insignia on it and 3 pipes.
Oh, dear fucking God.
Oh shit.
If you wish to do business, all you have to do is tear that card. But I have to warn you, once you start a business transaction, you must finish it. There's no window shopping with this one. He serves a very select clientele. So before you tear that card, you need to make a decision. Don't, as you go to tear, it's like, don't tear it in here. Go outside. It's not something to do in this area.
Okay.
Yep.
So she thanks her, and then she steps out back into, I guess, the blasted plains of fire.
Yeah.
And then she steps out and she takes a deep breath and she's like, fuck. And then before she does it, she goes, I'm gonna do something really stupid to try and get her back.
Seems to be a theme tonight too.
No, I'm purposely trying to communicate what I'm doing to the still mother.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
If this is the wrong course of action, I need to know now, because I don't know any other way to get her back.
And she doesn't respond.
All right. No news is good news. Tear the card.
As you tear the card and let the pieces of cardstock fall to the ground, those of you who are in the area see a bright burning portal open up in front of Yuriko. As out steps this 5-foot tall, very well dressed rat demon as the portal shuts behind him. You're a new face. Though I know that look. Mortals in your desperation. Alright, who died?
Didn't die. Someone who I owe a great deal to lost someone, and I need to get her back.
I see. Gonna need a little more information than that. Who was lost? What are they? How were they lost?
I take out the collar. Goliath wore this thing.
As he takes it and he's like, oh, one of those finally made an appearance. You know, this was a part of a vault collection at one point in time. A couple of friends of mine blew it up, and while the items got scattered all over the world, I was wondering when these were going to make an appearance again. Little handy piece of work.
You have some very troublesome friends.
Oh, don't I know it? I married one of them.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
I would thank you not to insult my wife. We are trying to conduct business here, and that's very poor mannerisms.
If your wife is in the habit of blowing up vaults and scattering cursed objects all over the world,
She is in the habit of blowing many things up. One of the reasons why I love her. Quite literally a loose cannon.
I'll never understand your kind.
My kind. Oh, no. Well, when I married her, she wasn't a demon. She was just a rat folk, but she's full on demon now. But enough about, my personal life and the missus. We have business to discuss, and it looks like there are other parties present. I guess this is going to be a group discussion. All right. And he snaps his finger, and out of nowhere, just a decent sized table with a tea set and a couple finger sandwiches appears. He walks over and he sits down. He's like, please don't be rude. Everyone join me. We have much to discuss. Kind of looks around and is like, I like the scenery though. Normally I'm in people's houses or in some back alleys, trying to make some shady deal. At least, we have a natural view this time.
Well, I wasn't planning on bringing them into this deal. I can't speak for them.
Well, let's see what they have to say about that. You may not be the only one tied to this lost individual. And if that's the case, it may benefit to have a group discount. So please, don't be rude. Speaking of that, I believe we should be on a first name basis here. That way I'm not calling Birdman or Fallen Angel or Desperate Lady.
No, I guess I'm the one that called you, so I'll go first. Yuriko.
And your two companions here.
Forgive my rudeness. Are you, Hellspawn or an abyssal wretch?
Oh, Oh, that is a good question. I wouldn't call myself a wretch. I haven't been in the abyss thousands of years. I've come to call this plane of existence my home. The peoples of it are a lot more agreeable and a lot more entertaining. I'm not one for a never-ending war between two peoples. It gets all quite tiresome after a while, and it's a horrible way to conduct business.
I suppose that is one step above devils, at the very least. Again, not to be rude, but
Oh, no.
you clearly know what I am, so there is some innate animosity here.
You reek of celestial blood. I mean, no offense. It's just I can smell you literally from a mile away.
I take it as a compliment.
And I take it as a compliment that you are, at the start, a little distrustful of me. Because you're not an idiot. Too many people are way too willing to deal with me before finding out my terms. I have a feeling that this group here will be smart enough to read the fine print.
At the very least, I'm in no position to dissuade Yuriko from making any decisions at the moment. Not after the ones I've made.
And what is your name?
Mia.
Mia. And you, Mr. Ravenfold. What should I call you?
I'm Azurclaw.
Azurclaw. Nice little group of individuals that you have here. You may call me Piper. Now, I believe we have discussion of a lost individual to begin discussing, and that means to track them down and make sure that they are returned in a state of well-being. So let us begin. And that is where we're leaving off for this week.
Got a week to think about our mistakes.
I made no mistakes here. I take no blame.
That's true. You are blameless in this one. You tried to help.
You're muted.
I refuse to say I made a mistake. We had to get out of that hole somehow.
And yeah, you didn't really make any mistakes either. You were...
Other than my dice were against me?
Yeah, that was entirely the dice.
Your dice were just like, oh, you did so well. You did that really cool thing. Now we're going to betray you.
Yes. You did something cool? Awesome. No more.
Now we're going to do something cool.
Yeah, they were not having it. I couldn't roll above a 10 to save my life there at the end.
Like when Fox mentioned using your inspiration on your death save, I was hoping you would at least get a success.
It would be nice. No, the dice were very firm in their decision. I was dying.
Well, you're not dead. That's the interesting part.
True.
Not dead yet. Though I am going to need to talk to you about a character.
Yep.
If anything, a side character, if it is possible to get Nalani back. So you have a week to think up of what you wish to do.
I'm actually almost done.
Jesus. Okay. Let me know what it is, and I will talk to you about ideas that I have.
Okay.
But yeah, so that went completely unplanned. I did not expect for a quasi character death to happen tonight, but it did. I know Zorro is going to be blowing up the chat once she watches the episode.
Yep.
But for now,
we're gonna get such an earful.
we are going. Go ahead.
I gotta say preemptively, because I know she is gonna watch it. Zoro, it's not my fault. I didn't know that this particular wish was the fucked up kind of wish. I was just trying to add flavor to the moment.
This is true.
Narrative flavor.
I supply only the finest of wishes.
I feel bad for me, I'm not gonna lie, because she's gonna get so much shit for this, and she has to feel
yeah.
so guilty.
Yeah. The guilt.
Milani wouldn't care. She'd be like, it happens. But she can't tell you that.
I got to be a bird.
I got to be bird.
I'm Burb. But yeah, so that is going to do it for us this week. This is not the only show that we have. Upcoming next week on Tuesday will be another episode of Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars 5th edition game that we host, run by Tiltbot. On Thursday coming up, we have an episode of Tricorn Isles, which is a high seas adventure campaign that I run. On this upcoming Saturday, we have another episode of hopefully Withered Wastes. Fingers crossed everyone can make it.
Hopefully everyone stays healthy.
Yeah, everyone stays healthy. If that's the case, we will be doing that, which is another 5th edition campaign that I run. On the alternating Saturdays, we have Wayward Wanderers, which is a Pathfinder Extinction Curse campaign run by Azerin. And then coming back here on Monday will be another episode of Destiny Forged. Also, we announced this a couple days ago that we are in the works of starting up another game, but this time using a different system. It's going to be a modified version of Kids on Bikes / Kids on Brooms, which is going to be loosely, I won't say loosely, but it's inspired by 80s 80s and 90s comics of like the X-Men and stuff like that. So that all spawned off the Halloween one shot that we did on Saturday. So that is going to be fun, and I cannot wait for that. But yeah, so that will do it for us tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will catch you on Thursday for Tricorn Isles. Till then, have a good one.